there's been a huge uptake and huge growth in the market in open source software over the last few years, and I see that continuing. It is quite a difficult situation, though, for many mid-sized businesses to be using open source software. And the reason why it's difficult is because it's not as straightforward to get staff to accommodate that open source software. It's not as easy to maintain that open source software. And actually, if you evaluate the total cost of the business, by changing to, say, a Linux platform or using OpenOffice, there would be a saving. But in terms of time and management of that, it may be difficult. And in my experience, it's not really that feasible unless you have a larger organization that has the resources to look after open source. Some of the other issues you get is if you're doing this open source thing is you're getting key person dependencies, you're becoming dependent on the people who actually understand what your setup is. If you ever decide to buy or sell or transact with the business, then that can become a problem. Staff training can be a problem. So there may be, as far as a tag goes, the price goes, there may be a saving by putting open source software. But in terms of total cost, for a mid-size or an SME organization, often it's not the case. So I think it's a fine balance. And overall, I think most mid-sized businesses would prefer to go down the standard routes of software.